Welcome back to the show. Many of you have heard of the Ottawa breakfast program serving thousands of kids each and every year, and of course that takes a lot of funds. Well, our next guests have put together a fabulous campaign called Bring On Breakfast. They are public relations students at Algonquin. We are joined by Marina McLeod and Nash Mendez. Welcome to the show.
Hi,
great to have you here.
Thank you for having us.
So first, tell us a little bit about the program that you're in at Algonquin. It's a public relations program. Give us some of the details of the program itself. Nash,
Well,
you want to take that one?
I'll take that
Okay.
one. So the public relations program is a 2-year program at the Algonquin College. It does a really great job of taking theory and applying in a practical setting.
Okay.
So the campaign is part of the program, and so it's a great platform for having a safe environment to make the mistakes you're able to, so that when you go in the professional setting, they equip you with the necessary skills to not only succeed, but go beyond expectations.
Right. So what are the career opportunities available after this program that you would be looking at?
Personally for me, I'm looking at either sports media, you have the example of, you can go into government agencies. Like with public relations, is applicable to multiple facets and multiple fields, right? So kind of your imagination is your own limitation in terms of your career aspirations.
Marina, what about yourself?
I was looking more into sales for myself and maybe going into an agency. It is really a growing field, so we do have a lot of options and we're kind of given those options. A lot of people do go into non-for-profit as well, so that's kind of what we're exploring right now with our campaign. So every year there's 2 campaigns that we put on. So there's the fall semester students and then we're the winter semester students.
Okay.
So that's why we're doing our Bring On Breakfast campaign.
Yeah, tell us about the campaign. What is it all about?
All right, so we're doing the Bring On Breakfast campaign. It's in partnership with the Ottawa Network for Education School Breakfast Programs. And right now they're serving in 166 schools across Ottawa. Coming in September, they're going to be in 175 schools. So that's serving 13,000 students. And
that adds up to about 2 million breakfasts
Oh my goodness, wow.
for the academic year.
And what does that look like for the students exactly?
Well, it really varies amongst the schools. There is a different need amongst schools. It's all volunteer-based as well, but everything is very nutritious. It does round up to about $1 per breakfast for every student, but it really gives them the nutrition that they need, and some of them, they don't have this at home.
Yeah.
And I understand you're a professional dancer, or competitive dancer when you're younger, and you're a professional athlete.
So yeah, I play competitive
breakfast sits very close to home, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. Like breakfast is basically pivotal in performance, regardless of what you're doing in the morning, right? So this morning I had my shake, and I saw the previous segment talk about yogurts and fruits and such. So when I was listening, I was like, okay, guess I'm taking Greek yogurt off my list of things to eat.
Taking notes.
No, Greek yogurt was okay.
Yeah.
You're
Okay, Greek
with
yogurt,
that.
okay,
It's the
I'm
no-fat
glad.
stuff. You
No
know,
fat
the
stuff,
stuff
okay.
that they have to
Right.
put in different things to make up for the loss of the
deceiving
fat.
labels.
Exactly.
But that's what the breakfast program does great. They offer nutritious breakfast according to standards set by the province, and they meet those requirements and even exceed those. So it really depends from school to school what is available. So for example, some schools are equipped with a full kitchen, so they're able to give them that warm breakfast that is available, right? And some schools don't have that capabilities, but ONFI or Ottawa Network for Education works closely in partnership with that school to give them the resources that they may need to set up the breakfast. And if not, they make pre-packaged breakfast, available fruits, and welcomes everybody at the school.
And so you're part of the program that you're doing is raising awareness, but also raising money. And you've been putting together some events. So you've had some past events. Tell us about some of the past events.
So we've had 4 amazing events so far. We had our opening event at the college. We had a board game night. We had a bowling night, and we had a morning mixer. And they all went really great. It was all meant for kind of different spectrums across Ottawa. So the bowling night, that was my event. And we had kids there. We had adults there. We raised a lot of money. But they've been great, and we have 2 more coming up.
That's great.
Well,
and I understand the PR program has raised to date about $330,000.
Yeah. So
what's behind that success? Clearly, the students yourselves, of course. But do you pick specific programs that some people might be specifically passionate about, or?
So I'll take that one then. So basically, it goes off where each semester the class comes up, charity does pitches. And so we all pitch charities. So we divide up in groups of 4 or 5, whatever the class size is, and you pitch those charities. And going from there, we all vote and really go dedicate our efforts behind one. And so we were fortunate enough to come across ONFI and their cause, and we decided that this is what we're all passionate about. We're dedicated, and we want to move forward with it.
Nice. And then, do you put a goal in place of how much you want to raise before the events begin?
So our goal is $5,000.
Okay.
We're a pretty small class. We're about 18 students, but just as you were saying before, the drive behind it, I think it's a lot of ambition. I think that we all kind of had different interests and we were kind of brought together really differently, but from the point where we choose our cause, we really just go forward all for that cause.
Right. And your efforts seem to come full circle. Like, clearly this program is great for students. There's no doubt about that. But what about in terms of you guys as students, right? Like, this is a huge benefit, I imagine, too, for your own skill set and your own future. What are some of the most positive things that you were taking away from this experience?
For me, I finished my time at Carleton and I just graduated in April of 2014. So for me, coming to a new environment where you kind of take what you learn in the classroom and apply directly right after, it's completely like changing for me. So it's
learning.
different than textbook learning, of course. And so for me, I really give a lot of credit to the professors of the college itself. They take great pride in making sure that every student that graduates from the program, regardless of what program they are, that they're ready for the workplace.
Right.
And that their employers are thoroughly impressed at their credentials because they have had experience other than what they just read.
Marina, before we run out of time, you have 2 more events coming up. Tell us about the events and how people can get involved.
So this coming Wednesday, we have a comedy night at the Royal Oak. And then next Thursday, August 6th, we have our closing gala at the Novotel Hotel. So if you want to learn more about those or make a donation, you can go to our website, www.bringonbreakfast.com.
Terrific. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah,
And congratulations on the success of the
Thank
program
you.
and the events you put together. Don't go away. We are back with more right after this.